The night goes on as I'm fading away. I'm sick of this life, I just wanna scream.
Why does that happen? Hey guys, WZ-132 here, and today I have a replay for you featuring GGranger, or maybe it's GGranger, but I think it's GGranger, or Bob the Shark as his username would suggest. GGranger02 is his YouTube, and he has sent me in this amazing WZ-132 Ace tanker gameplay, and it's a gem, guys. It's a gem. It's a real nice one. Now, the WZ-132 is a Tier 8 Chinese light tank, or should I say the Tier 8 Chinese light tank. I'm pretty sure there aren't any more, and it's the alternate to the T-54 lightweight. I would say it's the closest, you know, likeness, there it is, the closest likeness to the T-54 lightweight. It's got about the same gun, but, and I would say this one's a little bit more mobile. It's just not as fast. It's not quite as fast in a straight line. It also doesn't have the armor the T-54 lightweight has, but it does still troll with a couple bounces here and there because its armor is thick enough to not get overmatched that much, and it's got trolley angles. So yes, you can bounce off of it. I bounced off this thing's turret with my Waffly 100 2 shots in a row one time. Not because the turret is strong, but because the turret is awkwardly shaped. So if I hit like way to the left or to the right of the turret, you will bounce off because of auto ricochets. However, do not depend on the turret because it's not actually that good. It's not like the T-54 lightweight where it's 180 millimeters of well-sloped armor. I think it's only like 50 or 60 millimeters of well-sloped armor. So don't expect this thing to bounce that much, but it will troll you. It will troll the enemy, and it's really good. Now, excuse the quality, guys. The quality isn't that great. I sharpened it as much as I could and tried to get it as best as I could, so the quality is a little bit better than when it was sent in, but it's not much better. But it's still a great game, so I've decided to show it to you. Now he's on Corellia. Yes, this is Corellia. I always confuse Corellia and Cameron. This is Corellia, and he's taking this hill up here, guys. It's a great spot to take your medium tanks and your light tanks, as long as you have support, because usually both teams try to push it. However, the enemy team did not try to get to this hill, so he has taken it, and now he's known as well. Looks like, I guess we've won this flank, I think. No, he's trying to get shots. He is still trying to get shots. I've seen the very end of this replay. I've not seen the midway, but the end is pretty exciting, so it's really good. Now, interesting thing about the replays is it shows you who the enemy team is requesting fire on, so that's pretty cool. And so you can see that they were requesting fire on that medium tank and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to see what exactly the enemy team is pointing at, what they want to hit, and stuff like that. So that does add an element to the game. However, like I said, you can't see exactly where people are aiming. Like, you don't have the first person view. Right now we're third person, so you don't see his damage ribbons, you don't see his reload time, and you don't see his aiming circle. If you could see those things, this would be a lot more cool, more awesome, more awesomer maybe. How does that sound? That sounds good to me. Now he's shooting at the front of an M103. M103 does have pretty weak, yes, and he does penetrate. Pretty weak lower plate and roof turret armor and turret cheek armor, and pretty much that thing is weak everywhere except the upper plate and the very mantlet. So not the greatest heavy tank. Honestly, that heavy tank is a great tank to take with your mediums. Like, you put it on the medium flank and it's like the medium's like, holy cow, why is there an M103 here? And they're pretty obnoxious because they have more hit points and they have a competitive gun and they control you with their armor sometimes. But I would not slug it out with an M103 against heavy tanks like E75s. Maybe I'd take it against a T10, but I won't take it against like a VKB or an STI or anything like that, because they will butcher your armor and their armor control you. So I definitely would not take it against other heavy tanks unless they're lower tier. It's definitely more of a heavy medium to me. Now his team is winning this game. They are up by 1 tank, but as you can see, they have abandoned the whole northwest corner, and because of that, it looks upsetting. Now he spots a T-29 there. He puts a shell in. He's doing very well. He's doing the whole double bush technique. See, he goes in, spots the tank, waits for the bush to become transparent and fires, which is really well. That's good play, guys. Very good play here. He puts a shell in the T-29, and then he pulls back, pulls forward. He may have gotten spotted because he's running away. He might not have Sixth Sense. He puts another shell in. I think he does have Sixth Sense, actually. I forget. I do forget. But the T-30 is no longer spotted, but he tracked him, so he's going to stand here, guys, and keep putting shells in. Now, he's going for the spot again, so something tells me he missed. So there's a spot. He's pulling out of the bush again. Very good play here. Puts a shell in the T-29. He tracks him. Does not get spotted again. And now you can see his team is starting to lose a couple tanks here and there. Already he's putting good shells in for the enemy team. More tanks going down. Now he's spotting the T-29 and trying to spot the T-30. Where did he go? It looks like maybe the T-29 is behind a rock because he's not shooting at him. Yes, he does go undetected while he's in the bush, which means he is hiding his entire tank behind something, so probably a rock, which is why he's unable to kill him. He's trying to spot him, extend vision. He's doing very well, doing like really good light tank work. T-29 pulls out, so he pulls behind the bush, puts the shell into his tank, and moves on. No, maybe he is spotted. Maybe he doesn't have Sixth Sense. Or does it tell you? Do the replays tell you? I don't even remember anymore. I think the replays do tell you if they're Sixth Sense. He puts another shell in. Yes, it looks like he's not spotted. We will know later on, guys, when he gets spotted. And he's like, oh, he's got Sixth Sense or not. But I think he's doing perfect bush work right here, guys. T-29 disappears, obviously behind a rock again. Don't know where he is. His team is starting to die. He's doing his job, I would say, pretty well. He's extending vision. He isn't getting himself killed. You might argue he should go to the D line, you know, or up in the 1 line or 2 line, D2, somewhere around there and spot. But then he'd be by himself. He is definitely the furthest to the west of his team other than his artillery. So he's doing what he needs to do. He's keeping himself alive. Like I said, a lot of players would get mad at him and be like, he's not playing the light tank. He actually really is. He has no support to go spot. So he's doing exactly what he can do, which is supporting his team, keeping the enemy going down the middle at bay. Because if he goes up to the left flank, he will be by himself, and he will definitely die. And that's not what you want. But now he is making the move. He's going to go try to save the base by himself. There's the Sixth Sense. He does have Sixth Sense, so that means he was doing perfect bush work. He's ignoring the T-29. He's not the threat right now. Going after these other 2 tanks up here. Remember, I am on a smaller screen, so I can't quite see. Now he's decided to shoot the T-29. He is still spotted. Somebody's pointing his gun at him. He puts a shell. I don't know if he hit or not. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Issue with third-person shooting right here. Down goes his artillery. Unfortunately, they get one-shotted. Ammo racked by that tank. I can't see what it is. Is it a T-69 or a T-29? I think it's a T-69 because it looks like a medium. He puts a shell into him. He fires another one into his fuel tank. Great shot there. If he could put another shell in the rear of him, he can finish him off. But he's not going to go for it yet. He's got to go back into the river and go after him because he's keeping himself lower than the tank on his right because he doesn't want to get exposed to 2 guns at a time. 1 gun at a time, and that's exactly what he's doing. Perfect play there, guys. If he poked up to shoot at the guy, this guy up there, I can't tell who it is, would have been able to shoot him. But instead, he stayed in the river. Kept cover between himself and this tank he's looking at now, which I can't see. I think it's a T-34. Between himself and this T-34, and he put the shell into the T-69 and finished him off. Now he's going after the T-34. He figures now's the time. He can take a hit. He does take a hit. But he wants to get this guy out of the game as soon as possible, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's pressing his advantage, which is the fact he's got more health than this guy, and he's going to try to kill him as quickly as possible, which is exactly the right play right now. Take the hit. Unfortunately, he took another hit. He didn't need to take that one. I think his first shot he fired did bounce off or miss. I forget which. So he didn't penetrate him, unfortunately, there. So he does take another hit, which was definitely not necessary. The first hit was definitely necessary because when your team is losing and you have a lot of hit points, you need to use a couple of your hit points. I mean, if you don't have to, you don't have to. But if you use a couple of your hit points to at least kill a tank, that is exactly what you need to do. Unfortunately, though, he used a lot more hit points than he needed to. But it was just an unfortunate RNG shot the first time, which did not want to penetrate the side of the T-34. Now, he's going towards the middle of the map. And he's going back around. He's still spotted, but I think that might be a replay bug, unless maybe somebody's in a bush somewhere. I'm not sure. Oh, he does go undetected. Okay, so It looks like must be a light tank in the middle of the map somewhere, and I think he figured that out. He's like, nope, I'm still spotted. I don't want to go that way. I don't want to die. I don't want to be exposed. I don't want them to know where I'm coming from. Well, he did go undetected heading this way, so I think they know where he's going, but he did make the right play. He didn't want to constantly spot, and I want you guys to notice something. He has 2 APCR rounds, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't fired one yet. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's fired a single one yet. So this is gonna really, you guys are gonna really like this, because he's not an APCR spammer. He doesn't shoot a lot of APCR. I do shoot a lot of APCR. I don't spam it, but when I go up against like E75s, I will shoot my gold. It will come out immediately, and Type 4s, stuff like that. Which is why I've stopped taking premium rounds on my Russian mediums. I've actually dropped down to 2, because it really teaches you guys, when you don't take as many premium rounds, it really teaches you to change flanks, to disengage, find another position, and it really does help you guys, because it teaches not to fight from the front, if at all possible, and it really helps you improve your situational awareness, because I feel like when you're shooting gold and you're just penetrating, you just tunnel a little bit, and you just fight from the front. And yeah, that's not always a good thing, because that means if you're fighting from the front, they can shoot you, and they're paying attention to you. But if you get to their side, that means they're not paying attention to you. And so not taking too many premium rounds really does help, guys, and that's what I've been doing, and it's really been helping me a lot. And I've been having monster games in my Russian mediums, because I've not been shooting gold. I've actually been having better games not shooting gold, because it teaches me to get around, go somewhere else. Oh, they're looking at you, you can't penetrate them from the front. Okay, I'm going to go to this flank then. You know, back and forth. Especially in your mediums, you could do that because you're fast enough. Maybe in your heavies. In my heavies, I definitely do take a good amount of premium rounds, and that is because you are going to be fighting from the front. And I do recommend taking premium rounds in your heavy tanks, especially in your non-tier 10 and 9 premium tanks, like a Tiger 2. Take premium shells, because you're going to fight E100s, you're going to fight Mouses. T29s, you're going to fight E75s, you're going to fight STIs. So you definitely want to take premium rounds in those. But in a light tank like this, you have, 183 millimeters of penetration, I think it is. I could be wrong. So it's not good enough to go through the front of super heavies, but it is enough to go through weak spots through the front of regular heavies and medium tanks, and the sides, definitely, of heavy tanks. Not all super heavies, like Mouses, you're not going to go through the side of, and you're not really going to go through the rear. Now he catches the artillery here. Good play here. He goes to the flank, puts the shell into the artillery, finishes him off, and now there's a T-30 on his right. Which way is the T-30 going to be looking? He's going to be looking at him, or is he going to be looking at the medium tank? Or what is that up there? Or the heavy that is a heavy tank. So it looks like a, whoops. He might have been, maybe, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he was using his redial system or something. But he crashes into the rock there. No matter. And will he finish off the T-30? He gets spotted. T-30's looking at him. Oh, the T-30 misses. He misses. They both miss each other. He's a bit lucky there. The T-30 misses. Now the WZ doesn't have much gun depression, but the T-30 is above him. So he puts the shell in. Now, I've never played the WZ, but the way he's moving around and not stopping and firing and the shells are hitting makes me think this has pretty decent gun handling. And GGranger, if you're watching this, which I assume you will be, because you did send this in, if you could let me know in the comment section if this gun handling on the move, if it's pretty good, because it looks pretty good the way your shells are going in. Could you let me know, because I would like to pick this tank up. Now down goes the T29. I think that was a T29. I don't know, though. I think it was. And the Patton finished him off. Great job there, shutting him down. And now it becomes a 2 versus 1. And oh no. He is AFK. And you can see the excitement there. I don't know if that was excitement or frustration that, dang it, we did all this work just to come against a guy who is AFK. Or maybe it was excitement, like, yes, we're going to win this. I'm not sure which. Let us know. I think it's a good game. Yeah, my guess it is good game there. Now he was nice enough to add his post-game results in the post-game results for us. Well, okay. And this was during the x5 Thursday, which was Thanksgiving event. So he made 16,000 experience, 64,000 XP. He did 4,500 damage, 4 kills, over 2,000 base experience points. What a fantastic game. He and his Patton definitely carried this game. Well played to both of you guys. Great game. And hopefully I'll be seeing more of these games from you guys, in the future. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to send me any replays, the link to my replay or my email is going to be on the screen now. Until then, this is XB132. Thank you guys so much. And I'll catch you guys all later. Take care. and peace out.